through all those challenges, and that's why I was more talking about me trying to bring everybody with me, and those are the things that held me back because I want to help this person, that person, this person, that person. It's beyond your control. You can only tell them, guide them, say this is what's going on. Let's do it. If they don't want to do it, you got to move forward because you're going to be stuck in the same place they in if you sit there and you play around with them. You're not in control of everybody. You have
God
to
never intended for us to be stuck.
exactly. We got to keep motion, keep going forward, keep taking step, and when you focus on something, let that be your focus. You got to get tunnel vision. Some people say you selfish. You think about yourself. It's not being selfish. You know what your goals are, and you know what you got to do to achieve them. Nobody else knows what you're thinking. So that's why a lot, like, you go through those ups and downs where, damn, I'm not giving enough time to this person. I'm not giving enough time to that person, and you find yourself taking away from what you really want to do to please people, and you get caught up in helping other people, and you lose track of where you're supposed to be going.
Right.
And that's some little things that I've been through, and I learned that. I learned that later on in life, like when things fell apart and those people wasn't around that I was helping out. I'm like, wow, now I gotta be a little bit more selfish. I gotta think about myself,
Right.
and when I can, say yes. When I can't, say no.
Yeah.
So that's just something I just been through. I just say,
Hey
but
man, we all have stories that resonate with us, and the same way I have experiences that I learn from, and I share with anybody, just
Yeah.
because you never know what somebody's going through.
exactly.
And being that you never know what they're going through, maybe your story can help them kind of lean towards either where to go, where not to go, what it could be, what it can't be. So
So
listen.
where did you grow up at? You grew up in Bloomfield or?
So I spent my younger years in the Bronx,
Oh, okay.
New
Your
York.
younger years in the Bronx, and then
That's where my musical journey
in
started.
the Bronx.
It was a small storefront Baptist church in the Bronx, and I used to start off watching the musicians, but then trying to, do what they was doing.
Imitate.
Yeah, and then it turned into something.
Yeah,
Like
I have a 7-year-old son, so
okay,
he goes to church with his grandmother, and his grandmother be sending me pictures of him singing on the mic,
yep,
him playing the drums, and the church people just let him go crazy. He played the
I love that.
piano while church is actually going on. He's over there making his own little beats.
And what I
So
will say about that too, to you and to the church, let him do that.
yeah,
Let him do that because there's gonna come a time where he get good and musicians, you know, these churches. I've seen churches have a revolving door of musicians, and so what I can say for the young cats is when younger than me cats
yeah,
is.
you
But
still young.
yeah, I'm still young. I gotta make a disclaimer. Every time I talk about young people, they be
Yeah,
like,
bruh,
you know,
bruh.
yeah. Nah, but what I will say though is like, let them do that. Let them bang. Let them figure it out because it may be a day where you need them. Maybe a day, maybe 10, 15 years from now, you got a service, ain't nobody there, and he get good, he could play.
Just play right. You just jump right in.
But if you cut him off, he may not take interest into it because now he's gonna have that PTSD, like, oh, they're not gonna let
They're
me
not
play.
going.
So I stopped doing it. I've heard stories like that all the time.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
And we from Newark. We had one of the greatest, Whitney Houston. She came from out of the church, and she was one of the rising stars from Newark.
For sure.
As far as your music go, right? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Prayerfully further than I am now.
You don't have no idea where you want your music career to
Where I
go,
want it to
or
be is different. Where
yeah,
it will be, I have no idea. Where I want it to be, of course, the hard work that I aspire to put in, even the hard work that I'm putting in now, I just pray that it takes me to a higher level, to where, I'll be even more accoladed than I am
yeah,
now, be presented with more opportunities to do incredible things, I'm doing incredible things now. I'm sitting here talking to you. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I'm grateful. I'm just grateful to be in the position I'm in. To just be starting as a gospel artist. I'm grateful for everything that's came my way. So you know, whatever God gives me, presents me to gifts me.
And the quality of music sounds awesome too. Like
I
you got
appreciate that.
you got good quality of music. It sounds like you in a master studio.
I wish.
You wish, but I mean, it sounds amazing. Like it actually sounds like it was done well,
Thank
mixed,
you.
mastered. I don't know who your engineer is. I might have to
Did
get in touch
everything.
with him.
I did
Oh,
everything.
you did everything?
I did everything for my room.
Wow,
Yes,
it
sir.
sounds great. You use Pro Tools?
I like Pro Tools.
Yeah.
I don't want to give out the
Oh,
secret
you got the
sauce.
sauce. He got some
I
sauce.
talked to you after the interview. I don't want to give out
He
the
got
secret
some
sauce for free.
sauce. Let me find out.
Nah,
So
but
you made the beats too,
yeah,
or
I made everything. I made
oh
a
you
full.
were here in gym, man. You got that's why you got 4 albums in 4 years.
Yeah, man.
I see what's
I mean,
going on. You working?
I have a team of people that I call. Shout outs to the musicians that I call outside of that. Like for the most part, I do all of the work,
Mm-hmm.
but I try to show love. Send out songs and I have other musicians play on it as well. But I send them like a rough draft.
Yeah.
Each the bass, all of
Or
that.
and then they do that live, or
Yeah, they do it from wherever their workstation is.
and then they
I do
send it
from
over.
mine. I'll get them like a rough draft, whether it's key. Most of the time, I'm playing the
Yeah.
piano or the keys on it, but I might have like a bass player or
Come in
something
with
like
the
that,
strings.
guitar player. I tell them, all right, I want you to do this here, this, that, and the third. Or even if I can't play it, like I'll sing it to them. I know what I'm trying to tell them, or I'll tell them what chord it is theoretically, and they'll go from there. But I'm pretty much like in the midst of all of that.
You know the magic behind that, like cause I used to have a studio in Orange,
Okay.
and they used to just make beats or get a beat from the internet or whatever, and then play it. But the real magic I seen is when one of the guys came in after the whole song was done. He jumped on the guitar and started just making his own, just freestyling with it with the voice. However he did it, because I'm not no guitar player. But it just changed the whole
Change the
vibe of
complexion
just
song.
changed the whole. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the guy named Wonder.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Wonder. That's
Sounds familiar.
it's Jerry Wonder. Shakira. She made the Shakira
Okay.
beat Jerry Wonder.
Yeah.
It was his nephew.
Okay.
And when he went in there and did that, he actually did a song with Flea. I don't know if you know Flea.
No, I do not.
Okay, he do rap,
Okay.
but he the strings. I'm like, I understood now the magic behind the live instruments and so you saying that you send it off. That's why it sounds incredible.
Thank you. Man. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so what else do you see yourself doing, like giving back wise to the community?
Giving back
You
to
know you got to give back.
Of course, man. Well, I mean, I'll never forget where I came from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even growing up, even in the Bronx, I have the people who were there, the day ones. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is call me. All you gotta do is call me. One thing I vowed to never do was to let wherever success takes me to allow me to forget where I come from and who helped me.
Yeah.
And you have to stay humble at all times because humility, it says that Jesus resists the proud. So anytime you get too hyped, too proud, too puffed up about what you've done to where you feel like everybody else is beneath you, going too far. So yeah, most definitely staying humble is the most important key.
Staying humble is the most important key. So you got your albums. You got your 4 albums. What's the name of your the last album that you just did?
From Darkness to His Light.
Oh yeah, From Darkness to His Light. And that album, you said it was the. Do you wanna perform one of your songs?
Oh, I don't have none of my tracks.
Oh, you don't have none of your tracks.
I mean, let me see.
So if you could just hit a note, do a little
One of
acapella,
the songs,
so they can just get a little sample.
So this song is called Nobody Says. Now let me tell you about a man that I know that died to save you and me. Turn water into wine and he helped to make the blind man see. He is the Savior, oh Lord Almighty. And I recommend him to everyone I know, and his name is Jesus. Now we ought to thank him with our hearts in our hands and with our voices. And if you don't wanna, I'ma give you one reason why you should be rejoicing. Cause he is the reason that you got a second chance when you made bad choices. Now you ought to thank him right now, every day, forevermore. You gotta listen to the rest on the album.
Woo! Joshua Robinson. The voice is incredible. Now picture it with the instruments around it and everything.
You gotta listen
It's
to the album.
crazy. I already understand what's going on. I already got my little sneak peeks already. Yo, I love it. What you got going on, everything you got going on, you in the right you heading in the right direction. You already know always you got to keep God first. Absolutely. That's what got you this far. That's what's going to get you further. Anything else is in the way. You already understand that. You know, you seem like you come from good upbringing, mother, father.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you got all the tools. You got all the tools to win. It's just pushing forward and just ignoring all the negative around you. Like if the guy come in here, you know, don't do it.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Chris Rock.
Oh, man. God ain't through it yet.
He's a work in progress. I love it. But look, so do you have an upcoming album or that you're working on?
I got some stuff in the works.
You got some more stuff in the works. So do you only gonna do gospel or you thinking about venturing out to R&B?
So I already did the R&B.
I mean, back out to R&B, or even doing something for rap artists or.
See, right now, I'm in a place where I'm about uplifting the kingdom. Mm-hmm. So I really rather stick with the gospel. I could help out with musicality. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind producing secular music for artists that are, as long as it makes sense and it's not too, too disrespectful to what, my beliefs are.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna produce a song you talking about drugs and all types of stuff like that.
Just take away from what you got going on.
If it's honest and it makes sense, we might be able to talk. But
so he might be.
It's not a feature. It ain't no feature. It's not a feature. I'll produce the record, but it ain't gonna be no feature, nothing like that.
All right, so we gonna leave it there with Joshua Robinson. Yes, y'all look out for this guy. He's gonna be doing more bigger things. Yes, sir. Take it easy.
Blessings.